Mode of sending financial statements. Mode of sending financial statements. Mode of sending financial statements listed. Public company, net worth 1 crore, turnover 10 crore. Demat account holder, registered email. Email or soft copy. Other members, physical shareholders, but positively given consent in writing, soft copy. Other shareholders, physical mode, summarized financial statement, request for full copy, provide the same. Provide the same. Mode of sending financial statements. Mode of sending financial statement. Mode of sending financial statement. Mode of sending financial statements. Listed entity. Public company. Paid up. Net worth 1 crore. Turnover 10 crore. And turnover 10 crore. Email. Reopening of books of accounts. Compulsory reopening. Reopening of books of accounts. To compulsory, voluntary. Application by SEBI, CG, Income Tax Authority, other regulatory authority, application by directors, application by CG or NCLT. Application to NCLT may order to reopen. NCLT order to reopen. Accounts were prepared by fraudulent manner. Accounts were prepared by fraudulent manner. Affairs of the company are mismanaged. Doubt on reliability. reliability of financial statements. Doubt on reliability of financial statements. Affairs of the company are mismanaged. Accounts were prepared in fraudulent manner. Grounds: financial statement does not comply with section 129. Board report does not comply with section 134. Hello. Financial statement does not comply with section 129. Board report does not comply with the section 134. Board report does not comply with the section 134. Financial statement does not comply with the section 129. Books of accounts may be reopened up to for 8 preceding financial year, और CG में डायरेक्ट direct 8 years can be extended. Reopen for up to 3 previous years once in a financial year. Revise once in a financial year. Next 3 years you can not compare the application by CG or NCLT. CG and NCLT. CG and NCLT. Annual compliance of financial statement. Annual compliance of financial statements. Annual compliance of financial statement by private and public company. AGM held. AGM and financial statements are adopted, approved, filed, adopted financial statements to ROC within 30 days from the AGM in Form AOC4. In Form AOC4. Financial statements are not adopted, adopted financial statements to ROC within 30 days from the AGM in the Form AOC4. AGM not held, file unadopted financial statements to the ROC within 30 days from the last date of AGM in AOC4. File financial statements within 30 days of file adopted financial statements to ROC within 30 days from AGM last date of AGM in Form AOC4. In Form AOC4. File adopted unadopted financial statements to ROC within 30 days from AGM last date of AGM in Form AOC4. Not held unadopted financial statements last date of AGM in AOC4. File adopted financial statements to ROC within 180 days. Within 180 days from the closing of financial year with all required documents. File in XBRL format. Exemption to NBFCs, HFC, banking company and insurance company. banking and insurance company. XBRL format. Listed and Indian subsidiary of such company. Listed company and Indian subsidiary of such company. Company having paid up share capital of 5 crore or more. Company having turnover of rupees 100 crore or more. XBRL. All company which follow Indian accounting standards. Indian accounting standards. Listed company and Indian subsidiary of such company. Company having paid up share capital of 10 crore or more. Company having turnover of 100 crore or more. All companies which follow Indian accounting standards. Indian accounting standards. In listed company and Indian subsidiary of such company. Company having paid up share capital of 5 crore or more. Company having turnover of rupees 100 crore or more. All company having which follows Indian accounting standards. Then paid up share capital of 5 crore, turnover of 100 crore. Small medium sized companies whose equity or debt securities are not listed, which is not a bank example NBFC, HFC, banking company, insurance company. Small and medium sized companies whose equity share which is not a bank, financial institution or an insurance company, whose turnover does not exceed 250 excluding other income, whose turnover does not exceed 250 excluding other income, which is not a holding or subsidiary company of a company, which is not a small or medium sized company. It's not a small or medium sized company. Small and medium sized company whose equity debt not listed, which is not a bank, financial institution or insurance company, which is not a bank, financial institution, which is not a bank, financial institution or insurance company. 250 CR excluding other income. Borrowing not exceed 50 CR, which is not a wholly holding subsidiary company of a company, which is not a small and medium sized company. Audit. Audit means checking or verification or examination of books of accounts by an independent person to detect fraud or error. Audit means checking. Audit means checking, verification, examination of of books of accounts by independent person to detect fraud and error. Audit means checking or verification or examination of books of accounts by independent person to detect error or fraud. Checking, verification, examination of books of accounts by independent person to detect error or fraud. Qualification of auditor: practicing CA, firm of CA where majority partners are practicing in India are CA. LLP only CA partners can act and sign on behalf of LLP. Firm of CA where majority partners practicing in India are CA. Thanks. Why are you sorry? Practicing CA, firm of CA where majority partners are CA practicing in India are CA. LLP only CA partners can act and sign on behalf of LLP. Disqualification of auditors: body corporate except LLP, officers, employees of the company, partners and employees of employees of the company. Person relative is a director of an employee as a director or KMP of the company. Engaged in full-time employment elsewhere. So that I don't get distracted and touch my phone or scroll social media. By the way, subscribe my channel if you like my videos. Disqualification of auditors. Disqualification of auditors: body corporate except LLP, oh nice, all the best. Body corporate except LLP, officers, employees of company, partner, employee of officer, employee of the company. Person relative is a director or employee as a director. A person relative okay, thanks. So that my mind doesn't get distracted, at least song will hold me. I have very weak focus. That's why. Person relative is a director or employee is a director or KMP of the company engaged in what is and help in study. Engage in full-time employment elsewhere. Auditor of already 20 company except OPC, small government and private company having paid up share capital of less than 300 crore. Person conducted an offense involving fraud and 10 years have now elapsed from such. CS company secretary post. CS not lapsed from such connection. Person, partner, relatives, company secretary from ICSI Institute, CS, person, partner, yes, relative, yes, holding security or interest in cash and subsidiary or holding company. Holding company. Yeah, many people misunderstood that CS is computer science, but I am doing CS, company secretary course. However, they can hold up to 1 lakh. Shares within 60 days. Correct. Thank you. Thanks. Bye. Subscribe please if you like my videos. Person, partner, relative, indebtedness, indebtedness in excess of 5 lakhs, 1 lakh, 1 lakh is no. Thank you. Person, firm, business relations with cash. Person, firm, business relations with company and its cash, except commercial transactions on ordinary course, on arm's length basis. Relations. Business with cash with arm's length basis, on arm's length basis. On arm's length basis. Financial services. Cannot render financial services. Audit firm cannot render financial services. ये गाना फेमस हो गया, वापस ट्रेंड में हमारे 9 साल पुराना गाना अभी फेमस है, ट्रेंड में अभी आया क्योंकि ऑफ कैंपस जो है ना वेब सीरीज़ अमेरिका की, उस पर ये गाना डालते हैं। मुझे भी अच्छा फेमस है ऑफ कैंपस में, वैष्णवी भी बात करें थी इसमें। मैं देखूँगी एग्जाम के बाद, पढ़े कैसे। चल चल धीरे बोल भाई। Investment advisory service, investment banking services, management services, design and implementation of any financial information system, accounting and bookkeeping services, auxiliary services, internal audit, rendering of outsourced financial services, auxiliary services, accounting and bookkeeping services, design and implementation of financial information system, management services, investment banking services, investment advisory services. Internal services, auxiliary services, investment advisory services, investment banking services, management services, design and implementation of any financial information system, internal audit, auxiliary services. NAFRA, quasi-judicial body to regulate the matters relating to accounting standards and auditing. Objective of NAFRA: make recommendations to central government on formulation of accounting and auditing policies and accounting standards and auditing accounting standards. Make recommendation to accounting standards. Monitor and enforce the compliance of auditing standards and standards of auditors. Oversees the quality of services of professionals. Composition of NAFRA. A chairperson not exceeding 15 full-time and part-time members. Each division one chairman and whole-time director. Chairman and all members declare no conflict of interest for appointment. CG may appoint secretary and other employees. CG may appoint other employees and secretary. Power of NAFRA. Power to investigate the misconduct of any member of the firm of CA, either suo motu or on request of central government. Power of civil code. Power of imposing penalties and declaring a member for professional misconduct. Penalty by NAFRA. National Financial Regulatory Authority. NAFRA. Penalty by NAFRA. Individual minimum 1 lakh, maximum 5 times of fees charged. Firm of CA 10 times of fees charged and 5 lakhs minimum. Debarred from being auditor, internal auditor from 6 months to 10 years. 6 months to 10 years. Power to investigate means conduct of any member of firm or CA, either suo motu or on request of CG. Power of civil court, impose penalty, declare a member for professional misconduct. For professional misconduct. Objectives of NAFRA: make recommendations to central government or formulation of accounting and auditing policies and standards. Monitor and enforce the compliance of auditing standards for audit standards. Chairpersons, chairman and all members recommendations on policies of accounting, monitor and enforce the compliance of accounting professionals. Head office in New Delhi. Audit of NAFRA shall be done by CAG, Controller and Auditor General of India. Appointment of auditors. He shall inform the ROC within 15 days. Appointment. Government company. First, subsequent auditor. Appointment by board within 30 days from incorporation. If fails, inform the company members within next 90 days. Within 90 days, auditor till agent. Appointed by AGM by convention of auditor, term till 6th AGM. Appointed by CAG in 60 days from incorporation. Fails, board of directors next 30 days. Fails, member the next 30 days till AGM. Appointed by CAG in 60 days. 60. CAG within 180 days from beginning of financial year. Okay, next aging. Recommended by the board and approval by the member within 30 days from recommendation. Board shall give casual vacancy 30 days. Approve member 3 months till next AGM. Casual vacancy in government company.
कैमरा देखो ओए दे अरे दे यार एक सिप तो दे सकते
तूने दिया था एक सिप
कब मांगी
जब तो उस दिन नीचे लेकर आई थी, ग्लास में गिरा गिरा के पी रही थी। मैंने बोली दे, बोलती हट।
कभी मेरे को तो याद ही नहीं है
ओह, तेरे को याद भी कैसे आएगा?
सच में नहीं याद है
तू ग्लास में रख तो उधर पी रही थी, मैंने बोली देना है ना मेरे को
तो
थोड़ा
अपना
सा।
झगड़ा हुआ होगा यार
नहीं, झगड़ा नहीं हुआ था।
हुआ
तूने कुछ तो बोली थी कि जा मेरे ऊपर से चार्जर ले, मैंने बोली मैं नहीं लाऊंगी।
हाँ तो तू नहीं मानेगी मेरा तो मैं क्या बोलूँ
हाँ तो तू कौन सा मेरा बात मान? मैं भी बोल रही हूँ तू सो जा।
यार इसको पेट दुख कर देना
नहीं दुखेगा मेरे को, मैं अभी भाग के आई हूँ। हाँ
ठीक है understand rub it in your face put a rub on your hand baby can you call me back it's so alone in my mansion
casual vacancy within 30 days by CAG board in 30 days. Rotation of auditor applicable to secretarial auditor called as peer review CS. Rotation of auditor. Listed company, unlisted public company, paid up share capital 10 crore or more, private company, paid up share capital 50 crore or more, borrowing from management 50 crore or more.